Do you all remember penny auctions? Those commercials that advertised products being 70, 80, 90% off if consumers use their site. If we look at Google Analytics, we can see the rise in interest for penny auctions, peaking right here in the late 2010s, and they've been trending downward ever since. Now, there's a lot of reasons why penny auctions fell out of fashion. There's a lot of controversy surrounding penny auctions. Some sites were accused of fraud and the use of bots on their sites, while others were accused of price gouging by consumer groups. Perhaps in general, people got wise to the whole industry. As the economy got better and unemployment fell, people began to penny pinch less. But you may be curious how penny auctions went about making money. How did they profit? We'll be studying the largest penny auction site, DealDash.com, as a case study of what made these businesses profitable. DealDash.com was founded in 2009 in Finland by a young entrepreneur named William Wolfram. He lost his money in the early days of penny auctioning and decided to start a new penny auction site called DealDash.com. Making his money in the early days of YouTube by buying popular YouTube videos and selling ad space. Through these profits, he had the seed money to create his website. So a traditional penny auction is an online auction service that allows users to bid on a product. Every time there's a bid, the auction price is raised by 1 cent. There's always a timer that's ticking down, and when that timer hits 0, the last person who bid wins the right to buy the product at the final price. So if a user bids on this iPad, they raise the price by 1 cent and the timer is reset to 10 seconds. The goal is to be the last user who bid on the product when the timer hits 0, as you win the right to buy that product at that price. Now, a normal penny auction will make its money on every bid used. Every bid costs roughly 12 to 20 cents. Like in the game, these bids must be bought in bundles, and each bid costing 12 cents to 20 cents. A package of 100 bids could cost roughly $12 to $20. That means when the auction price is raised by $1, it is roughly $12 to $20 of revenue for a penny auction site. So essentially what is happening is that we have a zero-sum game between players. They're all competing for one product, and there's only one winner for this game. The winner benefits from getting a large discount on the product they're competing for. Losers, on the other hand, have to pay the website for not winning. The website then subsidizes the winner and sells them a product at below market prices, pocketing any profit that's been made from all the players. Now, this is the original business model for penny auctions. What William Wolfram did for his website was in a way to offer insurance or a sense of security to users when playing his games. He offered to reimburse all the bids lost to users if they bought the products from his company. In this way, users who lose a game can recuperate the losses of their bids by buying the products from DealDash.com while being able to still play in penny auctions. This has created a second source of income for DealDash. By selling products at above market prices, the site wins a guaranteed source of income whenever users play, by either the auction bids that account for roughly a third of profit for the company, or the selling of products at above market prices, which accounts for 2/3 of company profits. This safety net that DealDash created is probably the reason why DealDash has become the most popular penny auction site in the United States. The ability to buy the product from the site and win back auction bids. DealDash has created a progress bar for users. Essentially, the longer you bid and use the site, the more progress you make on the bar, the more bids you win when you level up, creating a positive feedback loop for players. As the more you play, the more the game rewards you. The site also allows players to use bots, a bot named BidBuddy, so players don't have to spend all day bidding for a product. Instead, they could put bids into BidBuddy's wallet, and the bot would automatically bid for them. By my estimate, for every dollar on the auction price, it takes roughly 15 minutes to get there. So players who use BidBuddy can save themselves time by letting a bot bid for them. By the use of bots, penny auctions are more of a war of attrition between players, as the winner of these games is the one who gives their bots the most bids. This creates incentives for aggressive play, as the more aggressive users will tend to win their auctions. And if they lose, they can recoup their losses by buying the product from DealDash.com. So let's look at the site itself. As you can see, there are cars, electronics, clothes, and other products throughout the site that people can bid on. If you go far out enough, the page will show the upcoming products with a countdown timer. These products only go live in the last 10 seconds. A trick the site uses is that players are locked into the auction usually after the $3 price point is passed, preventing new players from entering the auction. The exception is, of course, the car, which has a $1,000 limit. And we could look at how much the site charges a premium on products. An iPad on the site is worth $759, yet the retail price for the iPad on the Apple website is $649. That means the premium charged is $110 above market price to buy the iPad from DealDash. And here we can see the bots bidding live on the site. The bots on the site seem to be programmed to go in order, from Top Shelf Friend to Judy07 to NBA Harith, then repeat. And down below we have the product history, how much these iPads have sold in the past, the auction price, the bids placed, and the estimated total cost of the winners. Now remember, players who win have to buy the product at the auction price. So Big Dog 03 put 3,022 bids in his auction and won the right to buy the iPad at a cost of $617.13. He is estimated to have spent $912.96 from the website, nearly $300 more than the retail price. This is a somewhat common trend for bidders. Of course, the site assumes that the bidding cost is 20 cents per bid, leading to a higher estimated cost. Ohio Boy 1962 paid the estimated $169 for his iPad. If we do some back of the paper math, we can also estimate the break-even price for the company by taking the retail price and dividing it by 12. This brings us a price of $54.08, meaning once $54.08 is passed, it begins to make profit on the auction bids. And this is the conservative estimate. If we estimate that each bid costs 20 cents, then the break-even price is $32.95. Ohio Boy 1962 placed only 531 bids, meaning that $58.34 were paid by the losers, or roughly $700.08, close to the break-even price. Say that there were 4 players that lost the game and decided to pay the retail price to get their auction bids back. That $700 in revenue would be lost, as the auction bids were refunded to the players, and the company will only make $440 off the premium revenue, along with $169 paid by the winner, bringing in $609 in revenue and a loss of $40 because of the cost of the iPad. This, of course, is an assumption that only 4 players lost. There could be 6 or 7 players that lose the game. Not all of them would choose to buy their bids back. Plus, the more players that play the game, the more security is brought to the website, as the premium revenue can create a baseline, a profit for the company. This shows the risk the company takes by allowing the offer of being able to buy back bids. In some cases, the company will lose money because of not enough players playing or the auction price being too low. And there seems to be 2 reasons why a player would choose to pay the premium price. Either A, they were too aggressive in the game, and it makes more financial sense to recoup their losses, as it's cheaper to outright buy the product than lose all their bids. Or B, players are playing into the sunk cost fallacy, in which players continue to sink their resources, either time and money, on a losing prospect because of past investments. Meaning essentially players can't cut their losses and continue to sink more time and money into the game. For DealDash, it doesn't matter if players win or lose the game, because they've won when players decide to play in their game. They won when users give them money to buy bids. If a player wins, they lose their bids. If a player loses, the site either wins their bids or wins in selling an overpriced product. And much like a casino, they have another advantage. They're not only playing one game, but hundreds of games on the same day. When you're dealing with that many games, you're dealing with probability. So the games they do lose through random chance can be accounted for by the much larger volume of games they win. Plus, they can look at the metadata on their site and choose the most popular products or the ones with the highest profit margin and auction those. They can look at user activity and see which hours in the day have the most online activity and schedule the most expensive products during those hours, guaranteeing competition. So that's penny auctions. That's DealDash.com. Through a strange loophole in our legal system, these quasi-gambling sites are allowed to operate because they're an auction site. It seems like the best idea for people who are interested in such sites is to understand that the odds are not in their favor, and to realize the only way to win a penny auction game consistently is to not play.